This list is regardless of if you are setting up a sachet water factory or a bottled water factory. But these are the top 5 states currently in Nigeria that are good for the water factory business. I try to do my research and check out some of those key factors that are necessary for setting up a water factory, which is number one, access to good and adequate power supply, access to water, that's fresh, clean, raw water, then land and road network. By accessing some of these things, I've been able to come up with these states, which are the top 5 states currently to set up a water business. The number one, which I will even say is kind of like a controversial state, number one is Lagos State. Now, if you've been following the news recently, I think about 2 days back, we heard that the government of Lagos State is thinking and planning on effecting a ban on sachet water and bottled water. And although the purpose of this video is not to even go into that area now of if banning sachet water and bottled water is actually good in a country like Nigeria. But the thing is, Lagos is a place where you have a lot of population. And a lot of these people don't have access to clean drinking water. I myself personally have been to Lagos. I know what the situation of Lagos is. In short, even bathing water service is an issue. Some people even use pure water to bath in Lagos, but they are talking about ban. Well, at the end of the day, let's see how the government of Lagos actually plans on effecting this ban. But for the meantime, if you actually want to set up a water factory, Lagos is one of those hotspots that you have the customer base, you have the population, and you also have the demand for clean packaged drinking water. This is for both sachet water and bottled water. And when it comes to the power supply in Lagos State, I would say they are trying. There are places that, in short, most of the places I've stayed in Lagos, their light is fairly stable. I know there is no state in Nigeria that you will see there's 24 hours standard light, but at least Lagos State, they are trying. So Lagos State is number one here on our list. The next state is Rivers State. Now, Rivers State is one of those industrial states. You know, when you hear Rivers, you hear Port Harcourt. A lot of people go there for businesses, a lot of activities are going on there. They have the population, they have access to water, they have access to light and other energy sources. So, Rivers State is also a good state for you to set up a water factory. And I don't think we've heard anything about banning anything around Rivers State, though. But yeah, because of these amenities that they have and the name which is already there, Port Harcourt and the urban regions, although if you are setting up a water factory in a rural area is also good because setting up in rural areas, you have less competition there. But if you are just trying to consider those major factors, well, except if your village or the rural area where you are setting up the factory have 24 hours light. But if it is based on the factors that are needed to run the factory, I would say Port Harcourt, which is like a major city, is also a good place. And River State as a whole, if you have access to light and water, you can also set up a water factory there. The next state on my list here is Akwa Ibom State. So yeah, Akwa Ibom State, similar to Port Harcourt, you know Akwa Ibom is a very popular state too. Although I've not been there myself, but I've had friends, I've had classmates, colleagues, people who have been from Akwa Ibom State. And from the testimony you could hear there, everybody was telling you you should visit Akwa Ibom. There are a lot of things going on there, a lot of carnivals, and I would say when it comes to security situation, the place is somehow stable compared to other states in Nigeria. So I can see Akwa Ibom being a, should I say, developed state and a state where if you should set up a water factory, you will definitely have the demand and and the things required for actually running a factory there. The next is FCT Abuja. Now, if you are living in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, you know you already have access to some of these things that are needed for you to set up a water factory. I don't know if the noise is actually entering the mic, but please just try to focus on my voice. Having a water factory in a commercial city like Abuja, Nigeria, is also a good place for you to actually set up your water factory. In Abuja, the weather usually gets very hot. In the dry season, you will sell a lot of pure water. Like from personal experience and from testimony, this factory where I'm currently recording this video to is in between Abuja and Nasarawa State. So I'm somehow familiar with the market, and I can tell you setting up a water factory in Abuja is also, a way to go. When it comes to stable electricity, we do have stable electricity. There are some people who are under band A, although I'm hearing that the tariffs and the charges for people who are subscribed to this line is too much. But yeah, if it is the population, your customer base, you have them in Abuja, but you just need to tweak some of those factors required for production to have everything in place for you to be able to tap out of the share of market. And when you are setting up a water factory in Abuja, there are some places that I would say they usually have a lot of competition. Like if you're around that Kubwa axis, there's usually competition there. It's not as if you can't manage competition, but in a place where there's too much competition, there's a way the forces of the market are always pushing and pulling, causing some people to, drop their prices or have to do some other things just to be able to sell and capture the market. But in general, Abuja is a good place. You just need to be picky with your locations and the place where you intend to set up the factory. And those resources, like if you have a solar and you set up a factory in Abuja, they are good. So yeah. The fifth state, which is the last one for this video, which by the way, if you actually like this video and you would like to see more videos like this, accessing or analyzing some of the states in Nigeria for setting up this water factory, you can leave a like and also subscribe to the YouTube channel so that I'll be encouraged to do something similar in my next video. The fifth state is Ogun State. So Ogun State is close to Lagos. It's around the southwestern part of Nigeria. And I know there they have water and they have access to light. In short, because of the close proximity to Lagos, that Lagos industrial energy is rubbing off on them too. I know Ogun State is also an industrial hub, although I've not been there personally, but I'm familiar with all those Oshogbo and the rest of them. So yeah, Ogun State has some of those things that are needed for you to actually set up a water factory. And they also have the customers, the people there that are also interested in buying the water, and the consumption is also there. And the heat period is approaching. So yeah, there's a lot of sales that will be made there. So yeah, those are the states I'll be mentioning in this video. These are the top 5 states for either establishing a sachet water factory or a bottled water factory. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like on the video, and I'll be posting more videos so that you'll get notified. I also offer one-on-one coaching program for those who are already interested are in the line of establishing their water factory. I'll leave my contact information on screen so that you can contact me and we'll discuss more on WhatsApp. If you're also interested in joining my online course is a course where I've packaged a collection of videos and documents with resources that will help you in actually understanding how to go about with your project. In the online course, I have a business plan for sachet water factory, bottled water factory, and dispenser. I have a building plan that will help you with the construction phase. I have documents templates that will help you understand how to write like an SOP, and that's standard operating procedure. Then other relevant files and contacts that are necessary to moving forward with the project. I'll leave the link to join the course in the description, and you can click on the link to actually join the course.